Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the portfolio. Welcome back to the channel. Great to have everyone back on the YouTube series. For today's video, I just want to jump in quickly to my Robinhood portfolio here and talk about the Robinhood crypto features on the application here. It's actually live trading right now. I'm actually doing a trade as we speak, and unfortunately the trade is not executing even though my limit order should be going through. Cryptocurrencies here. I have Litecoin in the portfolio. You can see currently it's 60.72. If we go down to my orders, you'll see that I actually put a limit sell in for $60.50. Limit price in the middle there. It's been at $60.50 for quite some time. I think the order just went through actually. Yes, now you can see quantity is now only 0.1. But that was sitting above 650 for a good 15 minutes or so, kind of bouncing around here. You can see at times 680, 690, getting up to $61. My order was not executing, was not going through at $60.50, even though the price was well above that. I'm not sure if you guys have had problems with that in the past, but this was quite disappointing. I was wondering if the order was going to go through or not. It actually went through here live. I'm doing some live trading here. Trying to free up some capital for the Boeing trade I talked about yesterday. But I'm very disappointed with the Robinhood crypto application. The other limit orders for stocks go through pretty immediately. If I go through cryptocurrency trading with Coinbase, for example, it goes through immediately. Some other platforms I use as well. But here on Robinhood, there's always this huge delay. It's getting actually somewhat annoying. You can never exactly tell what price you're selling a stock for. I only do limit sells now for that reason. If I tried to sell that with a market order, it probably wouldn't have went through less than $60, even though it was trading above $60.50 at that point. But going back to the portfolio, freeing up some capital, currently have buying power 10,263. Trying to buy back some Boeing calls, as you can see up on top here. Options. I currently have one contract left. I bought the other ones back for quite a large loss, or at least a short-term loss, as you can see here. 43,200 for 10 buys, and then one buy for 4,300. So buying all those contracts back, and then I'll continue to sell off call contracts at a little bit higher price point. It's going to take probably 7 weeks or so, maybe 8 weeks to get back the capital that I spent today buying those contracts back. But I think that's the best, especially for tax considerations. I don't want to necessarily sell off at a loss at this point. May do that in the future, but at this point, I want to keep that stock in the portfolio and continue selling off covered calls. Let's go ahead and go through. Let's go ahead and buy that back as we speak here. So Boeing 125 call. You can see it's 43.28 currently. Let's go ahead, trade. View all options. I want to buy this one back. So we'll go buy, call. Unfortunately, we have to go down to all the way to 125. I just want to show you guys how you can buy these back without going through a roll. Push buy button here. One contract, 43.45 currently. Review. Let's go ahead and buy that back. At the bottom, you can see you're paying $4,345 to buy back one open contract, which will release collateral and remove your obligation to sell 100 shares of Boeing for $125 each on or before August 19th, which is tomorrow. We'll go ahead and do that trade. We'll buy that back. Let's go back to the overall platform. You can see that now has disappeared from the options. And if we go down to Boeing, you'll now see that there are no current options on this stock. 168.22 currently. So I'll continue off selling covered calls. As you can see, total return, negative 4.18%. Overall, I think I'm only up now about $4,000 or so selling off covered calls by having, again, that large buyback here. 3 different buys. Let's go to the bottom to show you guys these. Again, 43.200 for 10 buys, one buy for 4,300, and one buy for 43.24. But I did buy those contracts back. Now I can go ahead and start selling off covered calls again, which is as easy as clicking trade, trade options. Let's go to August 26th, for example. I can say sell call, and then I can start selling at a little bit more aggressive price point. Up on top is a share price, 168.20. There's a method I go through selecting these calls, but for example, let's say I wanted to do 165.50. I could go sell. I have 12 contracts I can sell, 1,200 shares. Each contract is 100 shares. So if I put 12 here, I could get back 47.40 that I sold off. If I want to go a little bit more aggressive on these contracts, I could go down to maybe 150, for example, resetting from 125 to 150 at this point. Sell contracts, 12 contracts would be $22,000. So getting roughly half back from what the prior trade was. If I want to go more aggressive, if I think the price is going to fall, maybe I can do a 140 contract, for example. Sell, again, 12 contracts, 1,200 shares, get 33,780. So depending on how aggressive I put in these contracts, I could maybe make that up in a couple weeks, but I'll probably be a little bit less aggressive, more conservative, probably around 150 to 160. Again, I'll go through and kind of select which one I think is best price point. This one, for example, I'll get back 16,500. So it's going to take a couple weeks, maybe 7-8 weeks if I'm very conservative on these calls. For example, let's say I wanted to do something up here at 170 above the price of the current stock. Sell. If I put 12 contracts, you can see I'm only going to get 3,216. So that's going to take quite a few weeks to get back all of the capital that I spent today buying back those contracts. But just quickly wanted to go through the portfolio here, highlighting Robinhood Crypto. Getting very displeased with how the orders go in for the cryptocurrency trading. Stock trading, I think, is okay. When I put in limit orders, when the stock does hit that price, it's okay. And I do realize that sometimes the ticker here isn't updated. I actually have Coinbase open, Coinbase Pro, looking at the ticker, and Litecoin was definitely above my price point for a good 15-20 minutes plus. I think probably closer to half an hour, and it did not go through. And this was, again, being tracked on Coinbase Pro. I think that's a very good place to take a look at the ticker symbol for the stock trading. Yeah, some of these graphs can be a little bit outdated here by a few minutes, but 15, 20, 30 minutes outdated. I can't imagine that it's not updating more quickly than that. Again, I do realize this is a rough estimate here on the Robinhood portfolio, but in Coinbase Pro, I definitely trust that ticker, and it was definitely above $60.50 for quite some time. But anyway, just wanted to quickly go through that in the portfolio. As you can see here, breaching 620.593 currently. So hopefully we can continue gaining some of the losses back over the last year or so. 2022 has definitely been a very difficult year of investing, but so far, pleased on the rebound the first half of the year. So with that, I'll kind of end this video. Again, if you guys enjoy the content on the channel, if you guys enjoy the video series, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Till next video, we'll see you then.